This video was brought to you by Stormberg, a better route planner, MisterGreen, Kempower and Marcus Bil. Yo, what's up? We're now in front of the garage. Behind me here you see MG ZS EV. This is a 72 kilowatt hour version, the new one that's been out for a long time. But today I'm going to do a range test. I will measure how far can you go in a single charge. And it's winter, so just bear that in mind, that the result here is not going to be as good as summer, but we just have the car here, so let's see then. So I have prepared it. I have charged it to 100% in the garage. I heated up the garage to do it as best as possible. But you see, when it's blinking, when a Schneider electric is blinking, it means that it's still charging. So the car says 100% battery. We have 295 kilometers of GOM, but this is estimated just based on the previous run. But when you look here, this is car scanner. A car scanner misreports the state of charge a little bit, but at least what is important is that we are still receiving 3 kW. What the heck was that? Yeah, we were still receiving 3 kilowatt. So we just have to sit and wait here, I guess, until the charging finishes. But the plan, as usual, is to start from Oslo, drive all the way to Rudshøgda, and then to Dal, and then, yeah, I will show you. So we will measure the battery capacity and also the consumption at the various speeds. And as usual, I preheat the car by just having the heater in the trunk to preheat it without having to use the car's heater, because it could mess up things or slow down things. We are on the move now. Well, actually, we've been driving for 40 minutes. And so far, the consumption is 187 watt-hour per kilometer. And yeah, the average speed is a bit low because we drove slower in the beginning, but now we speeded up to the 90 kilometers per hour cruising speed. So we actually have to cruise at 96 kilometers per hour to be 90 GPS. So yeah, this one is also misreporting. It claims 94, but no, it's 90 right now. So yeah, all good. Outside we have 1 degree Celsius. It states there tiny. And also this is considered winter range test. You see, typical winter we have saltsmutsvest and wet roads, and it's going to be like this pretty much all the way until spring next year. So I guess the first thing we should do now is to check the weight of the car. All right, let's see, front axle. 1,002. Oh, okay. Whole car. 760. Oh, right. And then how's Mjøsa today? Hey, where's the windsock? Windsock is gone. G-O-N. Oh, not too windy today. All right. So it's just wet, I guess. Yeah, all right. I'm going to show you something interesting here. You see, we're going downhill, but we have 0% on power. But if I disengage cruise control, adaptive cruise control, you will suddenly see minus stuff here. You see, if I try to maintain 97 kilometers per hour, you see that we have -2, -3% power. This is the exact same behavior as the old ZS EV, which is that as long as you are in cruise control, and now, okay, if I can increase my speed a little bit, right? And then I'm going to show you, okay, if I decrease my speed, it will not regen. It will use physical brakes unless you do this. Ha! Shit, they still haven't fixed this. 9999! So we have MG Pilot running now, so let's see what happens if we don't touch the steering wheel. It does some weird jerky movements though. Okay, there we go. Some chime. Auto steer is still active. Oh! What? Auto steer just disengaged? Oh, while still maintaining speed. That is bad. So let's try the sound system. This car does not have any branded speakers, and I haven't seen any subwoofer in the back either. So, right? This one I'm listening to the bass, but also some of the clarity in the song. It sounds fairly clear. but lacks bass. Lacks deep bass. I can almost hear that we don't have any subwoofer. Everything below 80 Hertz is non-existent here. The next song. And by the way, I use uncompressed file on a USB stick, so there is no quality loss there. Wow. Sounds actually very crisp and clear without being over crisp. Well, maybe a little bit over crisp. Well, that was not sharp. And also well defined. You could hear that it was on this side, not, you know. It actually sounds great. Yeah. Skip a bit. Okay. Okay, again, lacking that deep bass that you hear in more high-end systems. Okay, next song. Again, nice and clear. Sounds like I'm surrounded by the sounds. Some worse systems, everything is just muffled, but here is just nice and crisp. I'm quite surprised that you get this kind of sound in a budget car. Okay, next.
Won't you let me dream that you might again?
Yeah, okay. Sounds pleasant. This guy has a deep voice. Try this guy. This guy has a brighter voice, or at least he sings brighter. So how is that going to sound like? Okay, yeah, maybe the treble sounds a bit over crisped. That's, yeah. Check the last one, which is the mid bass. Well, I guess we just have mid bass there. We don't have any subwoofer. So I'm gonna listen for rattling sounds in the door. Play a little bit louder to see. Whoa! No rattle sound there. Well, okay, that completes the sound test. So yeah, overall, sounds great, nice and clear. Okay, maybe a little bit over crisp, lacks some deep bass, lacks the punch in the bass. But for a budget car, I think it's pretty good. And I guess if you want to improve this, you could just add some kind of subwoofer somewhere. And then you'll get a pretty good sound. We are now down to 49%, and going to the trip meter here, it could look like we have almost 72 kilowatt hour. So we will measure again once we get closer to zero to see if the zero charge scale is not linear or not. So it's now 1:30 in the afternoon on a Sunday, so the traffic should be picking up. And still a little bit rainy and wet on the road. But yeah, this is really cool that you have motor speed in RPM and you have volts and amps from the battery. This is very, very common in Chinese cars to display something like this. But also I like the new display here that you can see current journey, all the numbers here. So this is way better than the old one. One annoying thing though is that if you just change lane or do something that has anything to do with MG Pilot, let me just purposely like this, you know, go too close to the edge, then suddenly it goes default to displaying this screen. And then you have to press the button to go left again. But then next time, well actually let me check here, there's a merge coming up. Okay, if there's just something that has to do with the auto steer system, like now, oh, is it doing the merge? Oh, there. Okay, now I didn't hold the steering wheel. Okay, this time, of course, when I try to demonstrate, it doesn't happen. But if I again go too close or change lane or go too close to the edge, this stuff happens. Then it goes away from the from the trip meter. This is super annoying because I want to see the trip meter. I don't want to see the driving assist screen all the time. We are now at Ioniq, so now we will do the distance check also. You know, it's supposed to be 230 kilometers. This car over-reports quite a lot. It reports 238. So I'm going to calculate how many percent over-reporting this is. And that means that the consumption is also the same percent higher. Well, okay, so anyway, I will write down the numbers and then go to the restroom and then we start the 120 test. We are on the move now, and unbelievable, we have to drive at 127 kilometers per hour on the speed to match 120 GPS. But one thing here is that I noticed is that you see, we are in the curve and the car is not slowing down, and also there is no ding dong here. So very common for Chinese cars that it ding dongs at you all the time. Ding dong 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 dong. LCC deactivated. LCC, yeah, you know. But this car doesn't do it. And also, it doesn't slow down in the curves. Very typically, Chinese cars will slow down in the curves like a freaking Toyota driver. So it seems like MG must have listened to my videos and they improved the system. We are almost done with the test, but as you can see, the Norwegian Left Lane Huggers Club is really active today. So yeah, but I did expect this, so I drove a little bit faster, at least on the opposite direction, to anticipate for a slower drive on the return here. So the average speed should still be close to 120 kilometers per hour. And these guys, they just won't move. Yeah. Wow. Welcome to Norway. We're back at the starting point. Oh, Ioniq is getting active over there. Lots of chargers active. Well, anyway, so yes, the high-speed run ended up being 251. Okay, we have to do the correction. This car over-reports distance by 3.7%. That's a new record. And yeah, the tire pressure is correct, by the way. 2.9 bar. It's supposed to be 2.8 bar inside of the door. So 2.9 when we have hot wheels is just fine. So, wow. Okay, I have to drive a little bit more. We have to go deep in order to get an accurate measurement of the battery capacity. Okay, we're almost done now. Look at this. This is kind of funny. We have 8% battery, and it's doing that Chinese thing again, where at low state of charge, you cannot see how many kilometers of range you have. But if we look on this screen, you can see 17 kilometers of range left. Chinese software for the win. What the heck? I can feel it. The heater has been turned off, even though it doesn't display here, but it's cold now. So I think we better get over to the charger with 7% left. And the car also has become quite sluggish. Okay, if we look at the power here, if I floor it, oh, I have 15% power left. If we look at car scanner, we have 20 kilowatt left. Let's bail out, pull out now. Ah, freaking turtle mode came now. Holy shit, I have trouble maintaining speed. I'm reduced to 7 kilowatt. Oh shit. Okay, Ioniq charges right there. Bail out. Welcome to Ioniq Ladestad. I don't know. Hey, dude, that guy just snuck in the queue. I was before him. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I need to top up, man. I have no heater. I have nothing. I need to top up a little bit here before I go home. Oh, finally we are charging, getting, oh, wow. Hey, the battery is kind of cold, only 15.5 degrees to 21. But we are actually taking 79 kilowatt. Wait, this is maximum speed, almost. Actually, maximum speed is 240 amp. It's ramping up. Wow, not too bad. Seems like this battery doesn't cold get much. All right, all good. I think I need to fire up the heater now. Oh. But if we look at the result today, you see that we actually managed to get lower consumption today versus the old MG ZS EV, but that would be even with dry road, but slightly colder. So yeah, I'm not sure why. Is it because the new one is more aerodynamic, because you don't have that fake grille? I'm not sure, but okay, at least it's good. And then this time I measured 67.6 kilowatt hour. This is, remember that, okay, according to the spec, it might say something else, but this is a real world measurement, including discharge losses, uphill, downhill, stuff like that. So yeah, 356 kilometers of range and the 90 test is actually quite good, and even 260 and the 120 test is also very good for a budget car. This price in winter, I think that's very good. Yeah. So, and also remember that it's like a relatively boxy car with this kind of space, so you can't really compare this against, let's say, a Model 3, which is more like a sedan. So I think, for example, e-Niro might be a close competitor, but e-Niro is actually more expensive. So, and I almost feel like we get more car for the money with the ZS EV versus the e-Niro. The old ZS EV was not that great because the battery was tiny, of course. But the new one, okay, it's slightly more expensive, but it is also a lot better. So I think that's going to be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.